When I saw Tunde standing over that boy's body with a bloody machete, I realized the man I loved was not who I thought he was. And by then, it was already too late to run. Welcome to Tales by the WORDSMITH. Here, we tell authentic Nigerian stories that touch the heart and open the eyes. Today's story is a heavy one, but it is one that needs to be told. It is the story of Ngozi, a young woman who fell in love with a cultist at the University of Benin, and how it nearly cost her everything. So, sit back as usual, relax, and listen to the story of the Cultist I Loved. Ngozi was a 200-level accounting student, serious about her books, a church girl, the kind of babe that didn't follow nonsense. Her parents in Enugu had struggled to send her to school, and she wasn't about to waste their sacrifice on boys and parties. But then, she met Tunde. It was during the second semester exam period. She was at the faculty library, stressing over financial accounting when her pen rolled off the table. Before she could pick it up, a hand reached down and grabbed it. "Careful, oh, if you lose this pen during exam season, na bad omen be that," the stranger said. She looked up and saw him, tall, dark-skinned, with the kind of smile that made you forget what you were studying. He was wearing a simple white shirt and jeans, carrying engineering textbooks. "Thank you," she said, collecting her pen. "Tunde, engineering, 300 level," he said, stretching out his hand. "Ngozi, accounting, 200 level," she replied.
"Accounting?" He sat down without asking. You be one of those future billionaire accountants, abi? The ones who go help politicians hide money." She laughed despite herself. "Please, I am going to be a legitimate accountant, thank you very much," she said. They talked for 2 hours. He was funny, intelligent, and respectful. He didn't try any rough play or ask for her number aggressively like other boys. When the library was closing, he simply said, "I hope to see you again, Ngozi." She found herself hoping the same thing. After that day, Tunde started showing up everywhere she was. The library, the cafeteria, even fellowship on Wednesdays, though he'd wait outside for her to finish. "I'm not really a church person," he had admitted, "but I respect that you are." He was different from the other boys on campus. He didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't party. He was focused on his studies, talked about his dreams of becoming a civil engineer, building infrastructure for Nigeria. "This country needs good people, Ngozi," he would say. "People who actually care. That's what I want to be." After 2 months of friendship, he asked her out properly, under the big tree near Ekosudin Gate, with a small bouquet of flowers he bought from the vendors.
"Ngozi, I know say you be serious, babe. I'm not coming to waste your time. I want something real. Will you be my girlfriend?" he asked. She said yes. Her roommates were jealous. "Babe, you don't look correct guy," her friend Ada would say. "Engineering student, fine, respectful, no nonsense. You don't hammer." Ngozi thought she had too. But 3 months into their relationship, she started noticing things. Tunde always had money, not Yahoo boy money, but more than a regular student should have. When she asked, he'd say his parents sent it or he did small business on the side. He had a lot of friends, but they were intense. Boys with hard faces, the kind that walked around campus like they owned it. They'd greet him with special handshakes, call him Cap or Supremo. "Tunde, those your friends, wetin be their own?" she asked one day. "Just my guys from my department, we get tight, that's all," he replied. But she would see how other students looked at them with fear. One evening, they were walking to our hostel when some boys blocked their path. They were wearing black and red, Black Axe Confederacy colors. Everyone on campus knew. "Tunde the Gentle," their leader said mockingly. "Where your boys? They move solo now?" She felt Tunde's body tense beside her. When he spoke, his voice was different, cold, dangerous. "Razor, make we not do this thing here. You know it in the sub," Tunde warned. Something passed between them, some understanding Ngozi didn't grasp. Then Razor smiled and stepped aside. "You don't do, but tell your people make them stay for their lane," Razor said. As they walked away, her hands were shaking. Tunde, what is that about? She asked. Nothing, baby. Just campus politics. Don't worry about it, he said. But she was worried. Very worried. The truth revealed itself on a Friday night during Black Friday, the notorious last Friday of every month when cult groups settled scores. Tunde had told her he was going for night class, but around 11 p.m., her roommate Ada burst into their room breathless. Ngozi, your boyfriend! They are fighting at a Koshadin junction, Ada screamed. Ngozi's heart dropped. She ran out in her nightgown and slippers, didn't even think twice. When she got there, she saw hell. 2 groups of boys, maybe 20 on each side, armed with machetes, axes, broken bottles, even a locally made gun. And right in the front, leading one side, was Tunde. But this wasn't the Tunde she knew. This Tunde had a red cloth tied around his head, shirtless, holding a machete that gleamed under the streetlights. His eyes were wild, like a different person had possessed his body. Eye, his group was chanting. Eye for life, we know they fear anybody. Eye, the Air Lords, one of the most dreaded confraternities in Uniben. Tunde was a cultist. She watched in horror as the fight broke out. Machetes swinging, blood spraying, boys screaming. Someone fired the gun into the air. Students were running, hiding, crying. She saw Tunde swing his machete at a boy from the other group, Black Axe. The boy went down. There was so much blood. Then Tunde saw her. Their eyes met across the chaos. She saw recognition flash in his face, then something else. Shame? Fear? She couldn't tell. Ngozi? He started moving toward her. She ran. She ran back to her hostel and didn't stop until she was locked inside her room, shaking and crying. Tunde came to her hostel the next morning. The porter tried to stop him, but everyone knew better than to stop a cult boy. He knocked on her door. She didn't want to open it, but Ada and her other roommates had scattered the moment they heard his voice. They knew what he was now. Ngozi, please, let me explain, he pleaded from the hallway. She opened the door. In daylight, he looked like her Tunde again. No red cloth, no machete. Just a boy with sad eyes and bruised knuckles. Explain what? Her voice was cold. That you're a cultist? That you've been lying to me for 6 months? That I watched you almost kill someone last night? That boy is fine, he said quickly. Just a cut on his arm, nothing serious. Ngozi, please. And me? She felt tears coming. What am I to you? Just another thing you are managing? No. He tried to hold her hands, but she pulled away. Ngozi, you are the only real thing in my life. Everything else is darkness, but you are my light. You make me remember that I'm still human, not just a cultist. Please don't leave me. She should have ended it right there. Every sensible bone in her body was screaming at her to run. But she loved him. God help her, she loved him. Tunde, I can't be with someone who does these things, she whispered. Then help me stop, he said. I'm trying to find a way out. My dad knows a professor here. I'm working on getting transferred to another university, somewhere they can't find me. Just give me time. Give us time. Against her better judgment, she agreed. They continued dating, but everything changed. She couldn't sleep at night, always worried that Tunde was out there fighting, or worse. Every time her phone rang at odd hours, her heart would race. Her grades started dropping. She couldn't concentrate. The stress was eating her alive. It was the second semester of her 300 level. Tunde had been making progress. His transfer to University of Lagos was almost approved. They just needed to hold on for a few more weeks. Then the war came. A boy from Black Axe had been shot dead at a beer parlor near campus. His group swore revenge. They said Eye did it. Tunde called her that night. His voice was shaking. Ngozi, I need you to do something for me. Go to my room. Under my mattress, there's a bag. Take it to your hostel and hide it. Don't open it. Please, he begged. Tunde, what's in the bag? She asked, panicked. Just trust me. They're coming to raid the hostels looking for weapons. If they find that bag in my room, I'm going to prison. Please, Ngozi, I'm begging you.
insisted. Every alarm in her head was going off. Tunde, I can't. If it's weapons, it's not weapons. It's just documents. Important documents for my transfer. Please, baby, this is the last thing I'll ever ask you to do. After this, I'm gone from this cult life. I promise. She was a fool. She went. She got to Tunde's room in the boys' hostel. Her heart was pounding so hard she thought it would burst. She found the bag under the mattress. It was heavy. She should have looked inside, but she was scared and she trusted him, so she put it in her backpack and started walking back to her hostel. She was almost at the gate when she heard them. Nobody move. This is a police raid. Floodlights, sirens, officers everywhere. They'd surrounded the whole area, boys and girls' hostels. Students were being lined up, searched. She tried to blend in, but an officer pointed at her. "You, what's in that bag?" the officer barked. "Just my book, sir. I was studying," she stammered. "Open it." Her hands were shaking as she opened the backpack. The officer reached in and pulled out Tunde's bag. Inside was a gun, a real loaded gun, and several rounds of ammunition. "Jesus Christ," she screamed. "That's not mine. I don't know how that got there. I swear to God." "Tell that to the station," the officer said, handcuffing her. "You're under arrest for illegal possession of firearms." They took her to the police station, threw her in a cell with prostitutes and thieves. She cried until she had no tears left. Tunde had lied to her, used her, turned her into a criminal. When they finally let her make a call, she called her father. She would never forget the sound of his voice breaking as she explained what happened. Ngozi, what have you done?" he asked. She spent 3 days in that cell before her parents could raise money for bail. 3 days of hell. The smell, the fear, the shame. When she finally got out, she learned that Tunde had disappeared, ran away. His roommate said he'd left campus the same night of the raid. He had used her to hide his weapon, then abandoned her to face the consequences alone. The case dragged on for 8 months. Her parents hired a lawyer who proved she didn't know what was in the bag, that she'd been manipulated. Eventually, the charges were dropped, but the damage was done. She was suspended from school for 2 semesters for involvement in cult activities. Her name was on a list. Lecturers looked at her differently. Students whispered, "The good girl who dated a cultist. The good girl who carried a gun." Her parents were devastated. Her mother cried every day. Her father aged 10 years in those months. She fell into depression, stopped eating, stopped caring about anything. A year later, she heard what happened to Tunde. He had fled to Lagos, tried to start over, but Aye found him. You can't really leave the court. He was right about that. They gave him a choice: come back and face punishment for abandoning the group, or die. He chose to run again. They found him in a hotel in Festac, 2 shots to the head. His body was dumped in a canal. When she heard the news, she didn't know how to feel. Part of her was relieved. Part of her was heartbroken. Part of her felt nothing at all. The boy she loved had died long before those bullets found him. Maybe he died the day he joined that cult. Maybe he was never really alive at all. She eventually graduated. 2 years late, but she graduated. First-class honors despite everything. It was her way of proving to herself and her parents that she was more than her mistakes. She works now at an accounting firm in Abuja, building her life back piece by piece. She doesn't date, doesn't trust easily. Maybe one day she will again, maybe not. But she tells her story whenever she can, especially to young girls in university. She tells them about the charming boy with the sweet words and the dark secret. She tells them that love should never make you compromise your safety, your values, your future. She tells them that some red flags are written in blood. And her final words to them are always the same. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And remember, no love is worth losing yourself. No man is worth losing your future.
know this and know peace. Campus cults destroy lives, not just the members, but everyone around them. If you suspect your partner is involved, run. Don't let love blind you. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tales by the Wordsmith. If this story touched you, please hit that subscribe button, follow our channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. We post new stories twice a week, every Monday and Friday. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and have a wonderful day. This is the Wordsmith signing out.